Hi, welcome to Pleasure Sports. Today we're going to take a look at Bear's 7mm sport wetsuit for men and for women. They're both identical in construction. The difference is that this cut is actually cut for a man and this cut is cut for a woman. This is the colorway for the men's version. You have a nice blue on black and the women's has pink on black. So let's take a look at the wetsuit's features so that you can see what you get for your money. The seam construction in this 7mm wetsuit is a glued and blind stitched wetsuit. So it's first been glued together and a blind stitch was put on the seams, and a blind stitch does not penetrate all the way through. That way it actually doesn't put holes through the neoprene to create ways in which water can seep through. So it goes halfway through both pieces of neoprene, giving you a nice watertight seam and a durable seam for colder waters, because we don't want extra water having to go in there for our body to heat up in cold water conditions. Couple features that are really great. The whole wetsuit, except for the elbows, between the elbows here, behind the legs, and in the collar. Everything else is 7mm, and in these strategic areas where we're required to bend our arms and our legs and breathe and move our head around in our neck, this is actually 4mm panels. And they've been strategically placed throughout the suit so that you get maximum flexibility in the suit. If you look underneath here, under the arms, you don't have any seams in the armpit, which is great. That allows to maximize the stretch of the wetsuit along the side body as well as under the arms. So it's a really great cut that Bear has come up with the anatomically cut design. This wetsuit, if you look at the arms, it looks already pre-bent, and that's part of the anatomically cut design and how these panels were strategically placed to naturally fit our body. The more natural the wetsuit fits, the less material that bulks and gets in our way when we're moving around doing our favorite activities. And it also prevents extra water to pool around inside our wetsuit with us, causing our body to do too much work to heat up the wetsuit. So on the shoulders of this wetsuit, we've got Armor Flex panels. That's proprietary to Bear. These little panels that you see here of laminate material actually help prevent your BC. If you're going to wear a buoyancy compensator and you happen to use this wetsuit for diving and you have a BC on, this protects the shoulders because the straps of the BC tend to rub on the material, and this will help protect your wetsuit. Now, if you look down here at the knees, speaking of protection, you've got these great, again, panels, knee panels, Bear knee panels. They're laminate and they're nice and flexible, so we can have the flexibility and we don't have all the bulk that some cold water wetsuits have with their knee pads. So this lets you still move around naturally and also provides protection to the neoprene. This is a back entry wetsuit, so you enter through the back zipper. You can take a look at the adjustable Velcro collar, the durable zipper, easy in, easy out of this wetsuit. Zipper's nice and low. You've got, if you look at here, you've got a piece of glide skin neoprene behind the zipper, helps the zipper not rub against your body, as well as having glide skin on the left side here of this zipper lets there be a seal made when these two pieces of glide skin neoprene come into contact. So we have a nice seal that if water goes through, that it doesn't flow and flood inside the wetsuit and make your body do too much more work to keep yourself warm. Nice glide skin collar also. So I think I covered most of the features of the wetsuit. If I missed any features of the wetsuit, you can see more information on pleasuresports.com. I will give you a little tour of the interior of the wetsuit before we go. If you look at the wrist of the inside, this is the suit inside out, you'll see that there's a gusset here, and this gusset actually helps keep the wetsuit in place, as well as preventing water from flushing up through the sleeve, as well as water from flushing up through the lower leg of the wetsuit. One thing that I did miss showing you with the wetsuit is at the very back of the leg, in both the men's and the women, you have a zipper here. So you actually have a zipper, and that helps you get the wetsuit on and off a lot easier. And it has a nice piece of neoprene behind there to help prevent flushing from water, also down in the leg of the wetsuit. The women's wetsuit is again identical in construction, but I just want to show you the pink graphics on the side body, on the back, as well as it was on the front. So you see you have a black back with just some pink accents on the back. So again, if I miss any information, you can see more information on the Bear Sport 7mm wetsuit for women and men at pleasuresports.com.